afternoon and welcome to Meal Prep Monday. My name is Simone, and if you hear a little person in the background, that would be my boy Riley. He's playing cameraman today. He doesn't want to get on this side of the camera, but he's making sure all the tech goes all right on the other side. Aren't you, darling? Thumbs up? Yeah. Good job. Alright, today's meal prep we have some breakfast inspired dishes. So if you find breakfast a little bit harder to coordinate for yourself, you want to eat healthier than you know, cereal is full of sugar, and eggs just don't cut it every day, I have some inspo for you. So I hope you enjoy these two hacks, recipes that I have to share for you today. Now you'll also notice that in the link above for this video, I've attached a link for you to sign up if you'd like a copy of the recipes that I do each week. Just pop in your email address, follow the link to sign up, and I will email you each week with a copy of these recipes. So feel free to do that if you'd like to keep up with the recipes. Riley, you can't play dump trucks. Okay. Yes, so we are going to make some breakfast clusters, so almost like a cereal type consistency today. And we're also going to do some overnight oats with some blueberries. So I hope you are going to enjoy these recipes. This is something really nice and fresh that anyone can make. It's not going to take long. So again, I'm going to do 2 recipes today. We'll be here for less than half an hour. So nice and quick, an easy way to prep yourself ready for the week, for snacks. You don't have to have these for breakfast. You can have them any time of the day. So let's get into it. I'm going to use my Thermomix again today. But when I give you guys out the recipes, I give you the instructions just to use a normal blender or a normal whisk or whatever the process is. You don't need a Thermomix to be able to recreate these recipes. Okay, so the first thing we're doing today is cereal clusters. Okay, so I have got my Thermomix here that I'm using. I have my nuts ready to go. I've already measured out some of this stuff, so obviously it goes a little bit quicker while we're doing this. So if you're planning it at home, you might need to add in just a few extra minutes to prep out what you do nice and quickly. And it's not going to take that much
What
longer.
was that sound?
What was that sound? That was the mixer.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a really loud sound, didn't it? Okay, so we're going to make the cereal clusters first. And like I said, I've already measured out all of the recipes. Anyone that has a thermo or not sure what I'm doing right now, I can actually send my recipes straight to my mixer. So it tells me exactly step by step what to do. So I'm going to follow my Thermomix along. And like I said, if you want a copy of this recipe, just pop in your email and we can get it done. I've got my oven preheated to 160 degrees. I've got a pan lined here ready to go. And to save myself using baking paper, I've actually got one of those silicone mats and I've just sat that in the bottom of my tray there. So that's all ready to go when we're ready to bake our clusters and make them all nice and crispy. Okay, so I have 100 grams of hazelnuts and 100 grams of pecans. So they are going into the mixer. And I've got 100 grams of those, popping the lid on, and I'm just blitzing that up really quickly so it's not a big fine chop. It's still going to be nice and chunky, okay? So this is only going to mix for a second on a medium speed. That's it. It's very noisy though, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But I hate that noise.
You hate that noise. It is very noisy, isn't it? Okay, the next thing that we needed to add is 100 grams of flaked almonds. Now I had a bit of flaked almonds in the cupboard, but I didn't have 100 grams worth. But I have heaps of almonds. So I just chopped some almonds up in my, I have a Tupperware chopper, one of the ones where you pull with the cord. There's lots of different versions you can get. And I just chopped some almonds up. So for me, I thought, well, there's no point going to buy more flaked almonds. Do I really need flaked almonds? I'll just chop up some normal ones and go with it from there. So I've chopped up my almonds. I've got, what have I got in here? A big mix. So I've got some pumpkin seeds. I've got sunflower seeds. I've just mixed it all up in one bowl as I was measuring it all out. You can see it in there. I've got some coconut flakes. I've got some hemp seeds. Did I say sesame seeds? Not sure. So I've got my mix in here. So coconut flakes, hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, which I was researching the other day what the difference were from pepitas to pumpkin seeds. And I'm still a bit confused about that. Apparently there is a difference, but you know, the jury's still out on that one. They look the same if you ask me in the packet. Okay, also 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now I love cinnamon, so I'd probably always put in a little bit extra. Cinnamon, yum, yum. Okay, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now that's optional if you're, depending on the nuts you're using. If the nuts you're using is already salted, definitely don't add the salt. For me, I do like that little bit of salt flavour in with the nuts. It's just the creaminess of the nuts and everything else going on. I don't mind the salt. So I did put in the salt. And then what's next? We're just putting the lid back on. And we're mixing that for 20 seconds just on speed 1. So this shouldn't be too loud. And that's really just combining everything together. You probably don't even need to do this in a blender. You could probably just do it in a bowl. Mix everything together. Easier way than using your blender. 10 seconds. Does make it handy though, because you literally just can move on to another task instead of having to stand there and mix it. Alright, that is done. Our next step, we're putting it into our baking tray now. So I've got my tray here. I'm going to take my mixer off. And look at that. You can see that. All just mixed up really nicely. And some of my hazelnuts didn't even break up in that 1 second mix, and that's okay. I don't mind it having to eat a whole hazelnut. They're not that big. I actually make my own cereal mostly. I just mix up a whole heap of nuts, put a little bit of cranberries, a few raisins. I try not to go too much on the dried fruit because obviously can be high in sugar, dried fruits. So I just make up my own mix with some toasted coconut flakes, and I have that with yogurt or with almond milk, and that's really quite nice. Alright, so I'm just going to wipe out this mixing bowl, and we're moving into the next step. So you're like, okay, well this isn't really cereal yet, this is just mixed nuts. It's going to be more than that, I promise. Alright, so I've just given my bowl a quick wipe out, and this is the point where we're moving into doing some whisking, sorry. So, again, you don't need a Thermomix to do this, you can just do it with a normal whisk. We are using 1 egg white, so I've already cracked my egg, got my egg white here. I'm just going to pop that into my Thermomix, like so. The recipe originally called for sweetener as well, but I don't particularly like using sweetener unless I really feel that I have to. I could get some sweetness out of by adding some dried fruit or something to this. I just don't feel that it's great to add extra sweetness. If you don't really need it, then don't do it. Okay, so that's just going to whisk that up. If you didn't have a Thermomix, obviously you just put your egg white in a bowl, grab your hand mixer, mix until you get those nice white peaks. Yep, that's what we're looking for. This is only going to take 30 seconds, not very long at all. So you can see my tray of nuts here. I've spread that out nicely. Looking pretty good. What do you reckon, Riley? Tasty?
That's not it, but...
Okay. So, removing my whisk here.
Looks like
I'll show
a
you
spider.
Looks like what?
Eggs.
Eggs.
The white
So that's egg white in there. already measured that out. If I was doing this without the camera, I would literally have not pre-measured everything. I would just be tipping it straight into the Thermomix straight from the jar, just to make it a little bit nicer for presentation. Pre-measure out all the ingredients. There goes in our almond butter. If you didn't like almond butter, use peanut butter, use any other nut butter that you like, or nut-free alternatives, although I'm not sure why you'd bother with that considering how many other nuts are in there. But if you preferred it just from a taste point of view. Alright, so we've got our nut butter in. What are we doing next? We're putting that back in the mixer, back on. So again, if you're doing this without a Thermomix, you'd just be hand mixing again. We've got another 20 seconds on a medium type speed. And this is going to come in on top of our nuts, and then this is what's going to start to form something to be able to clump together into clusters. Few more seconds. Alrighty. We're done. Okay. Show you what that looks like. It literally just looks like a bit of a paste sort of thing now. It's a little bit on the sides that didn't mix in.
It's a bit like chocolate.
Oh, looks
milk.
like chocolate.
Yeah.
That's a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's black and that silver around.
It's from the nuts, the nut butter. Did that. Okay, so I am just literally pouring this on top of my nut mix now. I'm going to try and share the love around a little bit. And all I'm going to do is press this in. It's going to, yep, you have to get your hands dirty for this one. So you got your rings on, take them off. Just scrape out all of that nut butter and egg white.
Do you have rings on?
No, I haven't put my rings back on from exercise today. Alright, time to get our hands dirty. This is a bit you could have helped me with. No? So I'm literally just mixing that nut butter in. I'm not going to just use my fingertips. Let's just get our hands in there. And let's get it all through. So we want it to start clumping together. We want it to stick together because now we're going to bake this.
Into a cake.
Into a cake? No, I don't think it's going to turn into a cake. It's going to turn into a delicious cereal for breakfast. This is going to be messy. Your hands are going to be a bit sticky. That's alright. We'll just wash them. Wow. Big mess. Alright, so I'm going to clean that off my hands a little bit. And then we want to squash this down into the tray, okay? So we want to flatten it out. We want it to stick together. And then once it comes out of the oven...
Maybe it's that cereal.
I know. It's a bit dirty, isn't it? My hands are yucky now. So once we get that...
I don't even smell it.
You can smell it? What's it smell like?
It smells like peanuts.
Peanuts.
Yeah.
You can smell peanuts. Yum, yum. I like peanuts. Do you like peanuts?
No.
You like peanuts, just eating the nuts. You don't like eating peanut butter though, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so I've just flattened that down a bit. I'm not going to go too crazy with it, but I obviously just want that nut butter to really stick in there. So you can see that pretty much fills the tray. I'll use a really large tray. Be careful up there. Okay, and I'm just going to pop that in. I'm going to check. That's exactly what I'm doing. Riley, don't touch the camera, please. 15 minutes.
This is what happens.
So hopefully that will be ready. Oh, Riley, you can't do that, sweetheart. Right?
I don't know how you get out of that.
Yeah, because you're touching it. Sorry, everyone. Riley's playing with the camera when he shouldn't be touching. Right, hopefully that's okay now. You can still see what I'm doing. Okay, this is the fun of doing a live cooking show with a almost 5-year-old. School next year. The eye roll comes there. Okay.
Fig tree.
Fig tree, yes. Okay, so what we're doing next, while that's in the oven, cooking, doing its thing, 15 minutes. Alright, I know where I'm at with that and where we're going. So we'll hopefully make the end of that for the next one as well. I'm just going to go back and we're going to cook our next recipe, which is overnight oats. Now this is really awesome. This is our low carb version again. And this is really great if you're someone who's on the run. You start really early in the morning, you just want something to grab out of the fridge and go. This is your recipe, okay? This is so easy to take with you, nice and healthy, and it's really going to fill you up. It's just filled with so many good things. So we've got pecans again. We've got 50 grams of pecans that we're putting in. Oops. Oh, what am I doing? 50 grams of pecans. Then we're just going to chop that up for a little bit. 2 seconds. A bit noisy again.
That tasted like 5 hours.
52 hours. Okay, I've got some blueberries here now. It's dripping from melting. These are frozen blueberries. I bought these when they were all in season, and I don't know, for some reason ended up with so many blueberries I didn't have enough ideas of what to make with them. So I just popped them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer. And that's what I do with a lot of my stuff that I don't want to throw away. When I've got bananas in the...
Mom, what's that doing there?
What's that?
That.
The cooking.
Another one.
Yeah, that's okay, I've got 2. So when I need to just freeze stuff instead of throwing it away, because I know I can use it for smoothies, I know I can use it for banana bread and those types of things. So I don't worry about throwing things away. I just chop it up into, if it's a banana, I'll slice it all up. Blueberries, I just throw them in whole like that. And now I've got them whenever I need a recipe, and they're not in season at the moment, so they're really
You're making a freeze cereal.
Yeah, I'm making something else. So you can mix any berries into this. I've just got blueberries, so that's what I'm going with. It's the easiest thing for me. I've already got it in the cupboard. Why go and buy something else? I think the recipe said you can use blackberries. Didn't have any of those. So yeah, I'm going without. Going on. All right,
What's a
we're going to
blackberry?
mix that.
What's a blackberry?
Blackberry? I'm not sure if we've really had them before. They kind of look a little bit like a raspberry, but they're black. They taste very similar. Alright, I'm going to show you what that looks like. So I've got my pecans in there, my blueberries, it's all mushed up. What do you think? Tasty?
I have no idea.
No idea. Alright.
I just keep on don't knowing.
You're just not sure. Okay, we've got some hemp seeds here, 130 grams of hemp seeds. We're going to pop that in. And next, I need some chia seeds. Now, chia seeds can be one of those things, if you don't like them getting stuck in your teeth, if you really don't like it, leave it out. Or you could put something else in its place instead of, okay, if chia is really not your thing. But remember, for these, this is overnight oats, so the chia seeds are going to expand. So they will sort of swell up, and that won't be that tiny consistency that will get into your teeth, okay? So chia seeds, 30 grams of chia seeds. I've just got black ones. You can use white, it doesn't really matter. You can use a combo of chia seeds. Alright, another teaspoon of cinnamon. Like I said, I'm always heavy-handed with this cinnamon because I just really like the flavour. There's lots of health benefits to cinnamon as well. Well, I will tell myself that so I can keep using it. Alright, so I do need some yogurt, some Greek-style natural yogurt, and some milk as well. I get this one from Aldi. I really like this. It's a plain style yogurt, Greek style, Australian plain yogurt. It is really high in protein. So if you are looking to up your protein intake, I would highly suggest getting this yogurt. It is a natural yogurt, so it does take a little bit longer to get used to that plain flavour. But it's got the most amount of protein in it that I have found. Even aside
on your
from...
thumb.
It did go on my thumb a little bit, didn't it? Higher than Chobani and all those other yogurts. I literally have not found one that's got as much protein in it as this Aldi one. So yeah, I love using this one. That's my preference. So we've got our yogurt in there, and I've also got 180 mils of milk. I'm using almond milk. Obviously this isn't dairy free because I just... No, that's the other one. I just have to wash that after. This is obviously not dairy free because I've just used that Greek yogurt, but I do prefer almond milk. It's just my preference. So you could use a coconut yogurt if you wanted to make this dairy free. So 180 mils of milk. I'm just pouring this straight in.
Mummy.
Yes, sweetheart.
What are you putting this in?
Vanilla? I think that might be next.
I think it might be last.
Last?
Yeah.
This recipe again called for sweetener. I'm not going to do that because I feel like my blueberries will be sweet enough, and I don't want to add that extra sweet flavour into my life. I just don't feel like I need it. And we need, here we go, it's time for vanilla. So 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Teaspooning. Perfect. Putting the lid back on the blender. 10 seconds. Mixing it all around.
Round and round and round the circle.
Going round and round in circles, isn't it? Do you want to try this for breakfast tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah? Have a little taste, see if you like it. You have to wait until overnight until it's ready. So, alright. Oh, that's it. I'm going to give that another mix.
I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I just might mix that again because that wasn't enough. I'm going to take that back. Because I can still see all the cinnamon sitting on top. So, I'm going to do that again. And I'm just going to mix it up a little bit more. So I'll do like a low to medium type thing. Riley, don't touch your camera, please. Alright, low to medium type mix. Now that's all on the inside of the lid, so I'm just going to wipe this down before I make an even bigger mess. And we can see that's all mixed in now. All mixed together.
I want to see the berries.
You want to see the berries? Sure.
I want
Look
to
at
see
that. It almost looks like a smoothie, doesn't it?
Yeah, but the crumbles.
It's got crumbs in it. Yeah, that would be all of our nuts. Well, our seeds actually, yeah. So, 8 servings you get out of this, 100 grams per serve. And I've just
It looks like a blueberry smoothie.
a blueberry smoothie. It does look like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, because you added the blueberries in.
That's right, yeah. So I've just got these Tupperware containers and these other little containers that I know are all airtight and don't spill. It's 100 mils per serve. So depending on how you feel about weighing stuff out, I don't always weigh everything out, but when it's the first time you're making something or you're a little bit unsure how much 100 mils really is, it's hard to know because of the texture and everything else. What you think is 100 mils may not be. So I'm hoping these containers are going to be big enough. I think it will be for 100 mils. Oops. Pouring that in. I think it's a little bit messy there. It's pretty much going to be a nice looking serve, to be honest. I don't think you really need much more than that. So I've pretty much filled, you see that without spilling it, pretty much filled that whole little container. So 8 of those containers is all I'm going to need to make this breakfast. 8 serves. I don't think you could freeze this. So the recipe did say that you
I
could.
feel like I want to eat it now.
You gotta wait till overnight. It won't taste any good now. You have to put it in the fridge all day. We can taste it in the morning and then we can put up a photo telling everyone if you liked it or not. What do you think? Would it be okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, we can try that tomorrow. Try it for breakfast. Do you think Ethan and Blakey will like it?
I don't think I'll like it.
Why don't you think you'll like it?
Because I don't think.
What do you think? Why wouldn't you like it? You haven't tasted it yet. It's got lots of stuff that you like in there. You like blueberries, you like yogurt, you like milk, you like some nuts. So we could try that out.
I like eggs.
You like eggs. There's no eggs in there.
But
You could try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. You just have a little try. You never know what you'll like if you don't try. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always good to have a try and a taste. Never know what you might find out, what you might like to taste.
Yeah, maybe I'll like that every day.
Maybe you would like it to have it every day, then we can make it again.
Again
All right.
and again and again. And
That's
again.
right.
Again!
Oh my goodness, yeah. Alright, so I've just got 6 containers there and really that looks
I was
pretty
going to
hard.
say 6.
6 containers?
Yeah, because I
We
can
can
have
definitely
different.
do 2 more. So we can do that after we've finished.
That makes
Yeah, we can finish that at the end when we're all cleaning up. Let's have a look what these nuts look like. That has been about 12 or so minutes. That looks pretty good. It actually looks pretty much exactly the same as what we did before.
It kind
So-
of looks
Does it
burnt.
smell good? Looks burnt. It's gone a little bit brown. Yeah, it's definitely not burnt. What's it smell like?
It smells like hot. That's all I can smell.
It is very hot. So the next step after that cereal is to let it cool down and then break it up into pieces so it will still cluster together and stay as nice big breakfast clusters, as well as then putting it in a container. If you've got Tupperware containers, you've got anything else like that. This is one I bought ages ago. I think it was Costco or something that I got this from, and it was a paleo breakfast nut mix. I just reuse it. I just tip it, any nuts and my coconut flakes and any dried fruit and bits and pieces into there. And then, I just use that to serve out of. So I'm going to break up those clusters once they've cooled down a little bit. And I'm just going to pop it into this container. I think you'll need quite a large container. Don't know how big this is. It's at least a 700 ml container. So yeah, I'd use quite a large container, maybe even a litre type container.
You might need a large bowl.
A large bowl would be a very good idea as well. Yeah, thank you. Great idea. So, that's
like a large bowl.
A large bowl would be the best idea?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do that. Well, that's it guys. 2 different dishes made. I'm going to turn that oven off. Stop heating up the house. Yeah? 2 different dishes made. Breakfast is sorted.
It smells cool.
Smells beautiful, doesn't it? Literally have breakfast sorted.
It actually smells like pie.
Smells like pie. Oh, there you go, everyone. You want your breakfast and to be thinking about pie? This is a great way to have it. So, these cereal clusters, I'll most likely, could even have it with that cashew yogurt that I really like. Yum. I look forward to trying these tomorrow and seeing how they all taste and whether the kids like them as well. We don't have any nut allergies in our family, clearly, otherwise I wouldn't have made all these things full of nuts and seeds. But I wouldn't send it to school. You know, it's not an easy lunchbox snack, but this is a great one for work, on the go, a good morning tea, a good breakfast.
What? For work too?
Yeah, you could take to work. Why not? That'd be a good idea.
That's the question.
Just a question. Yeah, so very versatile type eating. You don't have to have it for breakfast if you don't want to. Have it for a snack, have it in the afternoon, whatever suits your schedule. If you're a shift worker, this might be something that you could really enjoy when it's getting to 11 o'clock at night or midnight when you're feeling that cheeseburger craving coming on, and to avoid going cheeseburger. Don't eat a cheeseburger. It's terrible. Very unhealthy. Yeah, to kind of help keep those midnight munchies or that just trying to stay awake on shift and those types of things. Fueling your body with something that's really nice and healthy and going to fill you up. Much better option than grabbing some junk food.
Can you show me a blackberry?
Sure, we'll ask Siri what a blackberry looks like now. You ready? Okay. I hope you enjoyed that meal prep. It gave you some ideas for breakfast and can change things out of just thinking that eggs are the only thing you can eat for a healthy breakfast. So if you really enjoy cereal, I do like cereal. So this is something that I eat often. I'm not really haven't tried much overnight sort of oats and stuff before, again, normally because it's just a little bit too high in carbohydrates for what I eat. So we'll see how this texture looks. Might even take a few pictures in the morning and then just pop them up under this post so you can see what they look like. And if you want a copy of these recipes, follow that link in the top of the page and sign up to my recipe newsletter, and each Monday you will get the recipes after the live's finished. The recipes will come through to you. So have a great day. Hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye.